Just check it out for yourself. Follow me.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's had a good week so far. Just trying to get this week done so I can get some stuff ready before I head out to Syracuse next week. Keep in mind, we've got a great episode, which will most likely be pre-recorded before Thursday. I haven't made up my mind yet. We'll see how that plays out. Just waiting on some details. Other than that, guys, it's been a pretty solid week. I hope everybody is getting through and trucking to this weekend. I hope the people that can this weekend, of course, can make it up to the Clash of the Whiskered put on by Hiram's Beard Club. I unfortunately probably will not be there myself, but definitely hope everybody has a great time that gets to go. Let's go ahead and get into our fun beard fact for the week. So this is actually a kind of an interesting one, and I want to say a special thank you to Krista Waller, because she sent this to me, and it was something I hadn't found in any of my research yet, but it's a good one. So the Roman Catholic Church actually banned beards back in the year 1031. So in the 11th century, beards were a point of contention in Christianity. The church and different factions within it would flip-flop back and forth on whether or not beards were acceptable. Some argued that the beards were immodest, while others argued that beards were made in God's image and everything else was about man. So in England, the canons of Edgar outlawed beards for priests. In Northumbria, the Council of Burgess made a shaved beard a requirement for all who minister within the Holy Church. Beards, it would appear, were a major cause of a massive split in Christianity between Eastern and Western sects that exist today. And talk about really getting fired up for nothing. What's up, Yukon? So I thought that was actually a really cool piece, and I'm actually going to go diving further into it and see what other parts. Like, I know I've talked about the churches kind of being back and forth on what beards were, but I really like the historical part of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's a fun one, and I'm hoping to find some more as we go along. Going forward, though, we've got a great guest tonight. He's actually sentimental for me because he was the first guest that we ever had on the show to talk about the competition that's coming up in September, and we're gonna get some little sneak peeks in here. But of course, I'm talking about Jaeger himself, Mr. Scott Turner, to talk about the Music City Moonshine Classic and the beard raffle that he's got going on that's evolved around this. Scott, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing tonight?
Man, you know what? Couldn't be much better than what I am right now. So
I didn't realize. Didn't remember I was the first guest on that you had on. I totally forgot about that.
Yes, sir. You were the first. So, and I'm sure that we will do this at the 1 year anniversary because it's about 2 weeks before your competition again. Yours and Beard Mob Tennessee's, the Music City Moonshine Classic. What's up, Kevin? So we're going to go ahead and just kind of jump into some things here. So right now, of course, we're talking about the Music City, which you guys did last year, and you guys had a great time. I had a blast being down there in Nashville, raising money for the Amputee Blade Runners. Who is that guy? Oh, Yukon already jumping on you.
Yeah, no, he's already told me he's going to win the raffle. He's already got plans on that. I'm like, well, you need to buy some more tickets in if you're going to win.
So $40 raffle spots, and going through PayPal, friends and family. This is a pretty wicked raffle package. I was going through the details and trying to get it up. Yes, sir, Mr. Brewer. He's coming in from Wyoming for this event in September. That's what's up.
Oh, cool. Man, that's cool.
So,
yeah, basically that $40, you're going to get the 3-night, 4-day stay. You're going to get a picture package for Cooter's Museum, axe throwing, which gotta get some Mad Vikings in there try to get in there. I like to say who's going to throw the axe better. Just saying. Yeah, just saying. That'll be for an hour, and that's behind the venue. And then you'll get tickets to the Country Music City Hall of Fame, which is downtown Nashville. Everybody comes. You got to get downtown at least once. And then probably a $50 gift card at a local restaurant nearby or whatever as well. So I mean, it's a hell of a package for. I mean, if you're gonna come anyways, why wouldn't you spend $40 to get everything paid for? All you can do is pay to get here.
Absolutely. I mean, you're already going to be out some money. Like if you can get some of your costs, kind of cut in half or even more, like it's a damn good deal. So I do want to say, like, some of the package deals that I've seen with the Cooters Museum, which I actually hadn't caught that until earlier. I think that's pretty cool because I was a big Dukes of Hazzard fan as a kid. So, and then of course you got the Country Music Hall of Fame. It sounds like a great time. As for axe throwing, I'm not very good. I'm probably the worst Viking at throwing an axe, but it's still a good time.
So in other words, you'd have been the first one dead. You'd have been the first one dead back in the Viking days. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'd have just carried a hammer. So
okay.
But so for you guys who haven't seen it, there is an actual video that's been out for this, and it's a pretty good video. Our very own, I believe Andrew's the one who did the video for you, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage and let you guys take a look.
Hey y'all, welcome to Cooters and Music City. Yep, right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
If you really want an in-depth adventure through the history of country music, you've got to check out Nashville's Country Music Hall of Fame. Their brand new building is enormous, and it contains many intriguing exhibits and artifacts from country music lore.
Hell yes. Definitely looks like a great time. $40 a spot, 100 spots. Is there any limits?
There's no limit on how many you can buy, but there will only be 100 spots.
What's up, Chicken Wing?
So just two little tidbits, which Andrew, when he helped with the video, he had no idea he had done this. But as you see in that video, that sign that says "Welcome to Nashville" right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a billboard sign below that. I actually installed that with the old sign company that I used to work for. He had no idea when he did that. And yeah, so That was like a whole week ordeal to replace a whole billboard sign on the side of a building, crane trucks and everything. And the second thing, the Nashville Palace, where a venue is, Randy Travis started out as a dishwasher there. That's where he got discovered, was at the Nashville Palace.
I remember hearing that story.
Yep.
There's been a lot of good artists that were discovered right
Mm-hmm.
around the Nashville Palace.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
So I gotta ask, getting the Nashville Palace for the venue,
Mm-hmm.
like, how much of an undertaking was that?
It helps to know a few people here and there. Just, but yeah, I
Because
made a few phone calls. Yeah.
That's a big deal. Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, last year we had that venue. It was free. This year it's costing us a little bit because they're wanting to make sure that we're going to pack it and they're going to make money. I mean, it's kind of one of those first year kind of things that we're getting to know them, they're getting to know us and what we can do. So hopefully next year when we pack it out, that we can work a little bit more on, you know what I'm saying, to get maybe more of it donated. Yeah.
So, and for the ones that didn't make it to Nashville last year, it was a great time at the location that we were at. But we packed that place out. And
oh yeah.
like,
and hell of a raffle table too to go with it.
Oh my goodness! Like, there was an entire room pretty much dedicated to the raffle tables. So the way the comp worked is like you had the comp up in the main part of the bar, and then you went through these side doors and out through the back, and it was great.
But the hotel clubhouse is pretty much where it was in. Yeah.
And the room that they had the raffle tables, there was I think there was like 10 tables back there, just jam packed full. And you like it was a busy time, and there was a lot of people there. It was a great time. What's up, Smalley? And the food was great. The food was really good at the restaurant or at the bar that we were at. I can't think of the name of the place right now.
The Lost Patty, the Irish
That's
pub.
what it was. Yeah. The food was good. And
now this year too, we're going to do the Chinese raffle, so everybody buy one ticket. So we ain't trying to mix batch numbers up and go through that fiasco.
So
like we did last year.
Yeah, but I mean, it still worked out pretty well.
It did. But work smarter, not harder.
Absolutely. We're going to get into that too, because I know last year was the first time you guys really had organized the comp, and you guys, I thought it went great the entire weekend.
Yeah.
But what do you feel you learned to do better or more efficiently?
I think probably more delegating and having more. I mean, everybody we kind of delegate. I tried to delegate what we thought we needed, so probably a few more hands on deck, doing certain things and not trying to do it all yourself.
Yeah,
seriously,
I'd say that was a big thing. I'm learning that the hard way right now. So
yeah. So delegate and take a little bit off of you so you don't get as stressed out is a big thing. So,
well, I mean, like I said, you guys pulled it off well last year, and I asked you these questions the first go around. What was the hardest thing about setting up the comp? So I got to ask again, like, what's been the hardest part about getting ready? Because you're still a few months out, and I'm sure other things are going to pop up. But what's been the hardest part so far about setting up for the second annual Music City Moonshine Classic?
Well, I mean, it's kind of we set the bar high, so we want to make sure that it's bigger and better than it was last year, and we raise more for our charity. I mean, that's our goal by far, is more money for the charity.
Well, you guys are definitely on a good track to do so. So how many spots have you sold so far?
I think we're 20, 25, something like that.
Okay.
So I mean, we kind of I really didn't do any I really didn't get it out there. I think I hosted maybe once before Mob Fest, but pretty much that week so we really have only been doing it for maybe 2.5 weeks now. So
Right.
trust me, I'm posting everywhere and often, as
Yes,
probably
you are.
everybody sees. So, I'm just basically the beer community's never let us down yet. So, I mean, it's a little straight. I mean, it's kind of one of those big risk, big reward kind of things. So, I don't think, nobody's ever tried this before.
No, it's a brilliant idea. I honestly think that what you put together to do for this raffle has been it's been a really cool thing to watch, and I'm kind of intrigued to see how it all plays out, and where you're at right now versus where you're going to be when you get closer to comp time. I think it's
Right.
gonna be successful. So
Yeah.
uh,
And then the stress of doing trophies, because there's a lot of hours that go into doing trophies.
so you're
'Cause that's
doing the
all
trophies
done in
again this
house.
year, aren't
Yes,
you?
yes, yep, yep. Well, that saves the club money.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Now
but
I know
yeah,
that you're not ready to give a sneak peek of the trophies, but
there hadn't been one done yet, so I can't give you a sneak peek. They're getting ready to get started. As somebody gets me the new design for some stuff that we're working on.
now I've seen. Well, I don't know if it's changed since then, but I saw early stages of what the trophies for this year was going to look like, and I will tell you that it's definitely unique, guys. It is a really cool piece, and I'm rather excited to see the final product. Now,
Yeah.
you said you had about 20 to 25, and you made an announcement on the Master of Ceremonies for the competition.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's famous handshake and getting that mustache from a very special and near dear friend of me, Taxi Phil, will be doing our MC this year, and I know he'll give me a hard time, but if he didn't give me a hard time, that means I know he wouldn't like me. But he does every time, no matter what comp we're at, he always does. So I wouldn't expect anything less. So yes. No volume. Nuh-uh. Can't hear you.
How about now?
I can now. Yep. I
All
lost you
right.
there for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, work calls trying to come in during the middle of the show. So, but story of my life. But you have probably the best, honestly, probably the best MC going around in the East for sure. He's been doing it a long time, and you can never go wrong bringing Taxi in. So
Nope. Nope.
I am on the struggle bus this week, Jim. I definitely am. So
Well, oh, and there's the other there's the other Jones brother right there, just popped in. I saw him. What's up,
yes,
Mr.
sir.
Jones? The other Jones.
So now I know that you just made this announcement for the MC, but I'm hoping that we can go ahead and drop the bomb here and bring out and give a judge's sneak peek. Just go ahead and give us
Yeah.
a drop.
I'll give you. There's Mr. Jones right there. Taxi Field. I will give one judge tonight, and then once we hit 50 spots, we'll announce another judge.
All right, guys, you heard it. He's going to give us a judge, but then you got to hit 50 spots on this raffle, and he'll drop out the next one.
All righty. Everybody loves her to death. She does creative, realistic is the one and only Miss Corey Wilson.
Now that I'm
So-
super excited about. I love Corey to death. She is honestly one of my favorite people in this community, and
Yes,
she is a very fair judge. So
and she has a heart of gold. She really does. She
absolutely,
is a very special person. Yes. Yes.
Oh, looks like you got another one to drop in. You got another one to jump into the raffle there. So
No. Alrighty. So if I don't have you on my friends, I'll add you, and then I will send you a picture of the raffle ticket, and all of them are going in moonshine. Oh, there we go. And we'll do the drawing when we hit the 100 spots. So, and I talked to Corey earlier today, and I think they're going up to Harem. I think they're going to be commuting up there tomorrow, I believe. I think that's what she was saying. So, but no, we got a pretty good lineup for judges this year. I think I lost you there, Ray. There you go.
swear, yeah.
Work won't leave you alone. Well, hell, don't feel bad. Last night, I think either Cajun or one of them started having people call. Jeff called like 3 times. Yukon called me once because they say I call at the wrong times every time. And then Shields called, and then Chris Parent called me 3 times while we were on the podcast. I'm like, guys, quit it. So, but yeah, no, it's going to be. I think we're going to have a good turnout. I mean, last year we did over 5, so maybe we can double it this year. Maybe we'll do what we can.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's talk about the whole setup here. We got the venue on here, the historic Nashville Palace. The fundraiser, of course, is the Amputee Blade Runners. And doors are. Is the times?
The time. No, we're still working. We're having an official meeting next week, so we're still working with the venue to set. More than likely, we're going to start a little bit early, so it's probably going to start at restoration. Start at 4 and start at 5. But that out once we get all the details of that worked out, we'll update everything there.
So card is subject to change. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Here. So.
Yes, that is correct. Yes. Yeah, that is correct. And then we're still working on the categories. We're going to kind of play with a little bit, kind of see what worked last year, and kind of try to improve a little bit this year to maybe speed the process up a little bit. So
okay,
that's yeah.
So,
but
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I've already got a room booked for. Like we've already got all our stuff kind of set out and money put aside so we can make sure to be in Nashville for this. It's going to be a great time. As long as you keep full beard styled stash, I'm happy. You can go ahead and get rid of the Sasquatch, so that Andrew and them don't have to worry about it. I'd hate for them to have to worry about trying to be in the Sasquatch category.
Okay. Man, now somebody's trying to call me. one of our members. And we're gonna play around with this year. We may non-spectators. There may be a small cover, which is going to go to charity anyways. Just to try to get a little bit more. I mean, I know Taxfield does. There's a few of them that do covers, which it all goes to charity anyway. So, but all the details once we get everything worked out. Everything will be updated in the next probably couple of weeks. So,
I'm looking forward to seeing how everything goes out. I'm definitely excited for this, and we're going to be talking, of course, more about this as the time gets closer. So keep in mind, guys, it is the $40 per spot. PayPal is running across the bottom of the screen. Everything's going to benefit for the Amputee Blade Runners. make sure you guys get in on this raffle while you still can. I'm gonna try to get some tickets before all the spots fill up as well. Even
Well,
if I
hell,
got to
if you
turn
already
around.
got, even if you got your room, hell, if you get your meal and the other stuff, that's worth $40.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Hell, the
whether you got a
$50
room
meal
or
right
not,
there. Yeah,
everything else you
yeah,
got, man, it's worth the money just to invest, and it goes to a good cause. So,
yes, yeah.
uh, all right, man. Well, it seems like we're both getting a little too popular for our own good tonight. So we're going to go ahead and kind of start wrapping up here. We will definitely be back on to talk more as time progresses. If you guys want, we will have the raffle stuff up on our page, and make sure that that gets shared out. That way, you guys can find it a little bit easier. Scott, is there anything else you'd like to add before we go ahead and wrap it up for the
Well,
night?
I think you got some beard mail today, didn't you?
I did. I was actually going to wait till the cleanup to bring it up,
Oh, okay.
but I'll go ahead and do it here while I got you on. So I want to say a big shout out to Jaegerbomb Designs. For the ones that know, I'm running my own competition going on in May for Bearding Without Borders, and I might actually have one of these bad boys up for the raffle at the raffle table, made by Jaegerbomb. There's only a few of these that are going to be available, but it's a Bearding Without Borders cup, and the job was well executed. I'm very, very, very happy with the way these turned out.
Yeah.
So much so, I debated on keeping one for myself, just so I could have something to drink out of. But I want to make sure that everybody gets their hands on one, because there's only going to be a handful of these done with this logo, and we may end up doing another run at a later time with the new logo going down the road. But big shout out to Jaeger. Thank you so much, sir, for putting these
Not a
together for
problem.
me. I'm
Not a problem.
very, very happy, and I will be putting this out for sure. So,
No, I appreciate
if
you
you
having me
guys,
on.
anytime, man. Like, I'm always, like I said, I have a soft spot for you guys, and
So
I want to do whatever I can to help. So, there you go. May need a chicken wing tumbler.
I can do one. So yeah,
So,
just hit me up. Let me know. So we can work something out. So, like I said, I appreciate it, and everybody get on there and get some spots so we can announce that next judge. So,
all right, guys. Scott, thank you once again, sir. I hope you have a great rest of the evening, and we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for the night. Much love, brother. All right, guys. I know, short and sweet tonight. I just, with calls coming in, I don't want to run the risk of not being able to get back on here a little bit. So, just going to do a quick cleanup, of course. Tonight I got on the Blood Rose Peaky from Boston Scully. Bearded Rook for 15% off on the website. It's definitely worth the money, and they've got the Easter Rose coming out tomorrow. And if you guys like multicolored patterns, it's definitely one to grab up. Moving forward, we're going to go ahead and big shout out to Death Grip. I've actually got some cool Death Grip wax swag that's going to be at the Bearding Without Borders comp that they sent me, and I'm rather excited to kind of start teasing that here soon. May even have a discount code coming. We'll see what happens with that. Keep going, and we are going to jump straight, of course, Bearding Without Borders, doing the Speedo walk. No set limit. You can donate. You can send it to the PayPal or to the Venmo at beardingwithoutborders@gmail.com. Trying to raise the money, and I'm thinking Beardapalooza. Ian, Bougie, if you guys get a chance to watch, I may just have to do this at your comp in October in Texas, if you guys would be down for it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking anyway, but we got to get it there. So, and it's not just me that would be up for grabs. Get a couple of other people in there if we can raise even more. So keep that in mind. Moving on in, of course, if you need to find a competition that's going on in your area, go check out thebeardcalendar.com. Definitely worth the go. This weekend, we got Clash of Be Whiskered. That's going on up in Plymouth, Indiana, put on by Hiram's Beard Club. We had Mr. Hammonds on just a few weeks ago, and he was a great guest. And this is going to be a good comp. For their first comp, I have high hopes, and I hope that everybody has a lot of fun up there this coming weekend. Next weekend, I will be in Syracuse, New York for the Hank Wallach Beard and Mustache Contest. I have been asked, and I am very honored to say that I am a judge for this one. Definitely excited to make this trip to such a historic comp, 70th anniversary, and some cool things that might come out of this. So if you guys get a chance and you can get up to Syracuse, come and see me. Let me judge that beautiful Maine and see what we can do. So going in further, we have Wicked Whiskers doing the Whisker Roundup, the Valhalla edition, April 22nd, Leadington, Missouri. Mr. Caveman Holdy will be on the show with us next week, and we are going to talk a little bit more about what's going on with him and get everything kind of set and ready to go. So moving on from there, you've got Mid-Atlantic going on the last weekend of April in Richmond, Virginia with RVA. I unfortunately will not make it to this one either, but it is definitely going to be a good time. I've never heard anything bad about the Mid-Atlantic, and I am hoping that next year I will definitely be able to have that on my list to go to. Going into May, we have Bearding Without Borders, the competition, and of course, going on in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, May the 20th. Forgot about Beardo de Mayo going on up in Ohio, put on by the Bearded Villains. That one actually looks like a lot of fun. First weekend in May, May the 5th and 6th. Let's see if we can get somebody on the show to talk about it a little bit further. If you guys have not been up to that part of Ohio, it's always a good time. You're not too far from Columbus. There is lots of stuff to do in that area. Columbus is one of my favorite cities. But the Bearding Without Borders competition will be in Harrodsburg, and we are going to use the funds that are raised there for the charity to go to the Kentucky Lyme disease, and it's going to attribute to the Speedo Walk as well. We are looking for raffle stuff for the raffle table. If you guys have anything you want to send out, please let us know, or let myself know, and that way we can kind of get that in there. Make sure you guys get the notice, get recognized for your contribution. Moving on from there, got Talking Beards, the club competition, volume 3, May the 27th. It's actually going to go and donate for, all the donations will be going through for Josh. Cannot pronounce his last name right now, and I do apologize. Of course, it's presented by Honest Amish. It will be an FHL online competition, so you don't even have to leave the comfort of your own house. I will definitely be spectating, possibly even competing. I haven't decided yet, but it's going to be a good time for that, and we're going to help raise some money for Josh and help him out with some of his medical expenses that he's been going through. Going into the first weekend in June, we've got Appalachian Beard Fest Part 2, which will be another FHL comp presented by Mad Viking Beard and Mustache Club. And it is being co-hosted with Beard Mobb, West Virginia, and the Bearded Centers, Pennsylvania. In Gent, West Virginia, it looks like it's going to be a great time. I've already booked my room. I will definitely be there. There's so much going on that weekend in that area. They got live music going. There's places to go hike. Everybody that went last year said it was a blast. I'm looking forward to going this year for the first time and hanging out with everybody there. So, going past that, we have Bluegrass Beard On the following weekend in Richmond, Kentucky, put on by Beard and Loathing, Beard and Mustache Club. Good friends of ours. I will for sure be at that. It's 20 minutes from where I live. I'm rather excited to go out there and hang out with those guys. And we're going to try to get somebody on, maybe Drizzle, and talk a little bit further about it. Going on into there, we have the Hoosier Beard Alliance that's doing the Charity Bowling Bash July the 15th. And I want to say it's in Jasper, Indiana. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it's going to be a great time. not a beard comp, but it's going to be a lot of fun just to get out there and do something a little bit different. So I hope to see a lot of people show up for this as well. And it should be a great time. I know I will be there. Me and Haley have already kind of set up the time and everything to go. So look forward to seeing you guys there. Going into August, we have Bearded Theater, put on, of course, by Beard Mob Indiana. This one we are super excited. We've talked with Ron a few different times about this, and we're going to talk with him again once he gets a little bit closer. It's in the historic theater there in Columbus, Indiana. It's a beautiful venue, and last year was so much fun. I can't wait to see what they do with it going into this year. So keep that in mind. Going past that, going into September, of course, we have the Music City Moonshine Classic, which was presented by Beard Mob Tennessee, that we just talked about with Scott. Definitely want to get on this. Last year was so much fun, and this year is just going to be even better. If you guys did not get to go last year, you missed out. This one, it's going to be one of the big comps for the year, in my opinion. So that's going to cover up the wrap up for this evening. Thank you guys once again for always tuning in. Sorry about the hiccups there. If you guys want to help with anything, you want to make sure you get in on this raffle, $40 spot, and for everything that you get, it's a steal. Like, if you can get pretty much your entire trip paid for except for the gas. So definitely jump in while you can. All right, guys. But other than that, I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. I have a lot of love and respect for everybody that shows up, and thank you for helping keep me on the straight and narrow when it comes to doing the show. So without further ado, just remember, guys, always leave things better than how you found it, and always remember to leave a legacy. Good night.